Okay, we're here with Jarle from Vreid. He's going to talk about their brand new album called Milorg out on indie recordings. So, Jarle,
yes,
tell us, this is your fourth album since 2004 was the first one?
Yeah, that's correct.
You had 2 years between the first and the second, and then if I'm right to say, an album each year since?
Yes, it was 2007 and now we just entered 2009, but
Yeah,
pretty much a year and a half
between them.
Mm.
So it's pretty fast work.
Yeah, it's like, well, I keep writing music all the time.
Yeah.
I'm lucky enough to have my own studio.
Mm-hmm.
So pretty much what I do in evenings is just sitting working on music, and like now I'm way into the fifth album
Already.
Yeah, I'm always kind of way ahead in that front, and as long as I have the inspiration and I feel the energy to do it, I will continue. And I think it's not that common these days that bands put out albums that often. But
No, it's not.
if you look back into the 70s again, as I often like to refer to, you can see albums by Sabbath and Cooper and stuff like that coming out maybe 2 a year. And I think as long as you got the flame burning inside, you should do something with it.
Take advantage, yeah.
Yeah.
And also this album has am I right to say, entered the Norwegian charts at number 25?
Yeah.
That's quite an achievement.
Yeah, it's good. At least that proves that there's a great interest in the band.
Yeah.
Of course, we look at that as a good thing.
So I suppose, in that respect, you must be quite happy with how indie have been working for you here in Norway.
Yeah, we have been doing great work, and
Yeah.
we can see it through distributors all over Europe that the albums are actually getting out there, and we are getting good feedback on it. So we're really happy with the work that they are doing.
Yeah, 'cause, there's been a lot of cases over the years where bands have said that they've played somewhere or heard from some fans in whatever city or country that their albums are difficult to come by. That's something that you haven't really experienced yourself. You've been quite pleased with what you've seen.
Yeah, especially over the last years, and maybe that's one of the good things actually come out with the internet, that before people were just having to go to the record stores and didn't have the album, and if you want to have a Vreid album now, you can just go online and buy it. It's not a problem to get hold of if you really want to do it. So
Sure.
of course you may not find it in your closest shop to your home, but it is available.
Okay, and when we mentioned the fact that you guys have been putting out albums quite frequently. Do you actually get together as a band to rehearse a lot, or are you spread out? I mean, because you're living quite near to Oslo.
Yeah, me and the drummer's living around Oslo, and the other two guys are living in Sogndal. So we don't rehearse that much. When I write a new album, I pretty much write down all the ideas and have pre-takes of the songs ready and give it to the other guys, and then they work on it.
Okay, so is it a case that you just get together to rehearse when you have a gig or a tour or a recording coming up?
Yeah, pretty much. We don't rehearse just for the sake of rehearsing.
Okay.
If we're going to rehearse, it's for a certain goal.
Okay, and so in that case, if you've done several European tours, and do you notice yourselves becoming a much tighter war machine as the tours go on? Are you always pretty confident at the beginning that your set is tight enough and everything?
Yeah, pretty much. It has developed a lot over the years, and it feels like. Of course, there's a difference when you just do a one-off gig and you haven't played together in 3 months, shows and stuff. Then you have to rehearse a lot more for that actual show. But during tours, you always seem that go a couple of shows and things are getting better and better all the time. And like we've been doing so many shows and so many albums over the last 10 years now, so we pretty much have gone. It's gotten a quite good confidence in the band that we are actually able to pull off what we want to do.
Yeah. Okay. And with this album, you also you recorded. Was it the entire thing or part of the album in your studio?
Yeah, we did drum recordings in Subsonic where we have recorded the previous albums. Right. And we did all the rest ourselves this time, and we produced it and we did the mixing and everything. So it was a really different process, and you had all the responsibility, but to me that was more kind of like a liberation, you know. I couldn't blame anything on anyone else, and everything was up to ourselves. So it felt fantastic to be able to do that. And
you feel more comfortable being that it's your own studio?
Yeah, absolutely I do it. And we have the time to do it. We can do it whenever we want. I think we used like a 4-month recording new album. Like not each day, but we had like a 4-month stretch, and that made that we could record some things, come back a couple of weeks later and listen to it and work with it that way. And I think that has made production a lot stronger.
Yeah, you could say that the fact that this new album has done so well here in the Norwegian charts is probably based on the strength of the previous album, Ukrig. So I guess that album did pretty well. You were very happy with how it did here in Norway, at least. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it did really well. It was the best-selling album for us, and in Norway, I think Indie said they were extremely happy with the result. It sold really well here, and things were starting to grow a lot also outside Norway, and I think that's mainly, of course, it's due to the album, but also due to we are touring a lot and out spreading the music in that way. So I think if the album Milorg sells good in the start, it's more of a reflection of the previous albums, because people haven't heard the new stuff really yet. So I think that, and that's a good thing as a band, kind of like growing, building stone by stone, and not just like having one great song and that's it.
Yeah, and so far, how have the reviews been that you've seen so far for Milorg? Have they been?
It's been fantastic. I just got an overview today with like 25 reviews. That everyone was like 6 out of 6 or 5 out of 6. So, and it seems like even the big magazines like Metal Hammer and stuff like that are really into it. So the response has been fantastic so far.
Okay, that's good.